I'm Vinny Politan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Closing Arguments. This hour, we're going to take you inside the courtroom in Kenosha, Wisconsin. A lot happened today. The prosecution rested their case. All the evidence they believe they need to prove that Kyle Rittenhouse is a murderer is in front of this jury already. And now it's time for the defense to present their witnesses. On the stand now, Joanne Fiedler is her name. She's one of those volunteer guards. And it was interesting to hear how all of this came about, how some of these people decided, listen, I'm going to go down there and protect these businesses. She is one of those people. Let's watch her testimony.
I know you guys call him Mr. Yellow Pants, and that's kind of what we called him. He jumped up on the car, and everybody started screaming, "Get off the car," and Black Lives Matter was screaming, and he was shouting, and Rosenbaum started shouting back at us that he's gonna, pardon me, Judge, for saying this, and everybody.
In there said that?
Yes,
Okay.
multiple times.
And what was your group's response to that, if any, when he said that?
None. You kind of are frozen at the verbiage and the threats coming out of him. I mean, the whole night was quite shocking, but we didn't really do anything. We just kind of stood there. You have to ignore that.
Was there anything else that you saw him do that you remembered?
Yeah, Yellow Pants was screaming. I saw that. I was going back to the ladies that were taunting me and going back and looking at him. And as I looked at him, I saw his arm go up and like he lobbed something. And then within seconds, my eyes started watering, my nose started watering, I started coughing. I didn't know what a chemical bomb was. I didn't know. All of a sudden, I just heard guys screaming, "Chemical bomb, chemical bomb." And I just pulled my mask up.
Did you see him specifically throw something?
Yes.
Do you remember what it... Oh, let's continue this way. Do you remember what I'm not asking that you say he threw a bomb. I'm asking if you know what was in his hand that he threw.
Yeah, he went back and threw like that.
Do you remember what he threw? Meaning, did he throw what was it?
I don't recall.
Okay. That evening, did you, while he was in your purview, your sight, did you see Mr. Rittenhouse threaten anyone?
Oh, no.
Did you see him point his gun at anyone?
No.
Was there anyone there that had, I guess, strike that. After you see Rosenbaum, and he does what you say he does, do you see Kyle stay there, or does he leave that location?
It was later in the evening after the police finally moved him down. We were all standing outside because we kind of thought it was over. And then you just heard the ruckus going on down by the gas station. I think it's the Ultimate. And then we heard gunshots. And that's when Kyle and Ryan and Dustin and Lurk, I think his nickname was Lurk or Work.
Okay.
They left.
So, did you see? Well, I'll ask it to you this way. So you heard? Are you telling me that you heard gunshots and then Kyle left?
Yes.
And if you recall, how close in time was that to about 11:50, if you know?
Oh,
I'll ask it to you this way. How close was it in time, you know now, that Kyle ended up being chased by Mr. Rosenbaum and shooting him?
Oh, that was way before.
Way before?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm asking you is, later in the night, was there a time that you were aware that Kyle tried to get back to you?
Oh, yes.
And couldn't?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a while. So we did see him because I was standing right along the wall, so I was like the first person when you came up to the business. So I was standing up front and I was watching because the Bearcats were all right there by the intersection and the gas station was right on the other corner. So he did come back, he had his hands in the air, and he even said, I'm working over at that business over there. I could hear him telling the police that. And they told him, no, turn around, you can't go through, you have to get back. And we were even yelling, let him through, let him through.
Did you see him then turn around and go back?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna go back to the Ultimate gas station. It looked like he was going over there, so.
And is that the last time before the shooting that you saw him?
Yeah.
Now, from your location, you don't see what happened with Mr. Rosenbaum, just let me finish, with Mr. Rosenbaum, Mr. Huber, and Mr. Grosskreutz, right?
Yes, correct.
Do you see Kyle after that?
Yes, I do.
When?
I think after everything had happened, he had come back up. I heard from the guys on the roof, they're like, open the door, it's Kyle. So I opened up, because we had to keep the front door locked. I opened up the door, and he kind of came running in and kind of fell into me, and there was a chair right there, so he sat down there. I saw him after everything had happened.
How did he look to you?
Totally in shock.
Can you give me some physical descriptors that would make
Yes, I'm sorry.
kind of you?
He was pale, shaking, kind of stuttering, stammering his words. He was sweating.
Do you recall him saying anything?
Yes, he had come in and he looked at me. He said right out that he had shot someone, and he kind of sat down in the chair and he was looking for his brother. He's asking for his brother Dominic, and he sat down. I remember him pulling his hair back, and he's pulling it back really hard, and just his comment was, my God, my life might be over. And we're just like, okay, calm down.
After he said his life might be over, did anybody ask him anything about the circumstances, about what had happened?
Yeah, Dustin had come in at that time, and Dustin had commented. Dustin was kind of.
I'm gonna check.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't want to know what Dustin said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll ask it to you this way then. Did Kyle respond to anything that was said?
Yes,
What was that?
that was that he had to.
After he said that, do you know, did you stay? Did you leave? What happened?
No, he wanted his brother Dominic, and I know Dominic was on the roof. I took his gun. Like I said, he was just shaking, so I took his gun. I ran out back. I set his gun on one of the trucks out back, and then I went up the ladder and I called the guys and I yelled, Dominic, get down here. So he came down, and when I came back in, they were talking. And
My last question or two is, you had said that you had climbed up a ladder to get up on the roof.
yeah,
You just said that. Okay. Do you know where those ladders came from?
no, I know we went into business when we first got there, and they were all in the back. So it's like a building, and then it's like a back parking lot that's fenced in.
Okay.
And in that back fenced-in areas where they have the sheds and all, and Nick went in there and pulled everything out, and that's how the guys that got up on the roof in the back.
During the evening, throughout the evening, was there a period of time that, other than doing medical work, that you saw Kyle doing anything else to kind of assist in the community?
Yeah, actually, me and Kyle ran, we ran, I think it's north. Is it this way up Sheridan? Can't see a
So
map.
hold on.
Sorry, my direction is a little off right now.
When you point, something I would do. So are you going this way?
Oh, there it is. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm moving that. That would be, the parties will agree. I think
Yeah,
that's
oh yeah, towards St. James Church.
all right.
So we ran up there because there was, they were starting a fire on the the plywood doors. They had covered up all the doors, and they actually started, or whatever you call it, fluid, whatever you want to start a fire, they threw it all over that door, and we're trying to start the front door of the church on fire. So me and Kyle had actually run up to that area to try to put the fire out, but people that were running along with the protesters had gone up there and put the fire extinguisher out, and then we just walked back.
Thank you.
So, Ms. Fiedler, that last thing you told us about with the church, neither you nor the defendant actually put out any fire at the church.
No, not at the church, no.
Someone that was with the protesters did that.
I believe they're with the protesters.
You spoke to the FBI on August 31st, 2020. Is that right?
I'm not sure about the date, but yes, I spoke with the FBI.
About 6 days after this all happened?
Yeah, probably yes.
And you told them that you contacted the defendant's mother the morning after all this happened and told her to be strong. Is that right?
Probably yes.
You also said that after this incident, you had been in contact with the defendant's attorney. Is that right?
No, I read that, and I don't know what he meant by that, because I wasn't. I've never spoke to him.
So you've read your statement to the FBI.
Yes.
That was a statement that was a summary of what you said to Special Agent Tim Walther on August 31st, 2020. Is that right?
Yes.
And in that summary, it says that, in addition, Fiedler has been in contact with Rittenhouse's attorney, John Pierce, regarding the incident and has provided information she deems helpful to Rittenhouse's legal defense.
Actually, the only thing I ever sent was any kind of video that I had. That is it, which I didn't have much. I'm not a video person. So as far as verbal communication, no.
Did you provide video to the defendant's attorney?
I might have. I don't know if it was mine personally. I really don't remember because I don't even have it anymore.
But shortly after this incident, whether it was your video or someone else, you gave something to the defendant's attorney to help him. Fair enough?
Yes, I guess, yes.
And you don't have that video anymore.
No.
And you didn't provide it to the FBI.
That's not true. I gave them everything I had.
You gave them that video?
Yes, I gave them everything I had. I showed them my phone. I showed them anything I had.
You gave them text messages.
I gave them everything I had. So when you say that I gave something to the defense attorney, I don't think that that was my video. I think it was probably a video I seen or something I passed along because I didn't take any video.
So it's fair to say that.
Interesting back and forth. And one little thing that I noticed here, and I don't know if everyone knows this, the FBI, they don't record their interviews that they do. They just don't do it. They don't videotape them. They don't audio record them. At the end, they write a summary of it. And it gets kind of frustrating. And I think they may have to change that practice at some point because it's like 2021 and there are expectations, I think, from the public and from jurors that, hey, all right, if you're interviewing someone, record it so we know exactly what you said. Especially when there's like a dispute about, no, I didn't tell him that. And the agent says in his report that you said that. Well, that's his report. That's not, I'm telling you what I said. Just record the things. It'll be a lot clearer for everyone. When we come back, we're going to keep you inside the courtroom in Kenosha. We are in the defense case. Prosecution is rested. So now it's time for the defense to bring forth any evidence they have that they believe will raise a reasonable doubt in this case. We'll be right back.